Yeah, you know what time it is? Skol Gang, 365, let's go! Hosted by D-Roy, we run this town. Minneapolis vibe, ain't no backing down. Step in the zone where the energy's live. Skol Gang representing, we ready to thrive. With Colin by my side, we dropping the facts. No cap in our game, you know we never relax. From the north to the south, we spreading the word. Viking news, rumors, everything heard. Got the purple pride, yeah we wear it bold. In the rap game, man, we breaking the mold. Fuck the Bears, fuck the Lions, fuck the Packers too, we keep on rising. Skol Gang is here, yeah we staying true. Get all your Viking news and rumors here first. Crew. Streets of Minneapolis, we making it clear. D-Roy.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition. Probably gonna have to say our prayers early for tomorrow's game. What's your thoughts on that, Colin?
I have Jahmyr Gibbs in fantasy football, so I think I'm feeling good about that right about now.
I don't know. We need JJ McCarthy to do a miracle if we're gonna unscathed out of this game.
So we don't need that motherfucker to do no.
We need our offensive line to be healthy. That's what we really need.
And you gotta think, as far as the listing goes, we are healthy. Because Darisaw is for sure in there, and I don't think there's nobody a starter from this line missing. And you gotta think it's gonna be the first
Kelly.
time.
O'Neal.
O'Neal, he's gonna be the only one missing.
O'Neal and Kelly.
Okay, so that means that we're gonna need Darisaw for sure pancake Hutchinson's ass. Now they might try to get shift him around, but I doubt it much. I think they primarily like to have rush. So long as it contain him, that we're dealing with Winston Cousins. This motherfucker and Jay said he's gonna have to get some scrambling going, man. He's got the little happy feet. Even if he gets a 5 or 7 yards and gets down out of this shit, trust me, it'll make a motherfucker back up a little bit. He does it enough.
I don't know. I don't want
this will be his first game with Addison.
Watching him against Atlanta, I don't want him to run again.
He's going to be running. He's going to have to because I don't know how good our offensive line can block. What they really need, honestly, what I think they should do is they need to run the ball with Jordan Mason. They need to run right at Aiden Hutchinson. That's what I would do. I mean, just run it right at him. Run it to your strength. Run it behind Darisaw. Have Josh Oliver on that side and just try and run to that side and try and set up something to where they can get the play action working. That's why if we're going to even have any shot in this game, that's what I would do.
Or try and then shit. I like to see him try more screens, bro, and I like to see him come with plays that don't take so long to develop, bro, to the point where especially if the offensive line is railing, get that shit out of there quick. I'll give you a reference. Remember how Justin Herbert did this not this year but last year when Keenan Allen had like 200 yards on our ass every time when Flores sent that blitz every fucking time, and Justin Herbert just said, "Fuck it, I'll take 5 or 6 yards every rip." Eventually, you'll get up the field, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him do trump plays. It's gonna be his first game with Addison and all these guys intact. I would love for Adam Thielen to have his coming out party. I know that they're gonna be missing who is it? What's the safety? Not Branch. What's the other little fucker's name?
Kirby Joseph.
Kirby Joseph. He's out. He's out.
What's the knee injury?
We gotta take advantage. We gotta take advantage of that, bro. So, because I'm guessing whatever safeties that's gonna be back there, he's not probably too much to write.
No, Terrion Arnold either.
No,
I think that's actually a positive. I think that's a positive for Detroit. Terrion Arnold's trash.
Yeah,
I would go after Terrion Arnold. He's terrible.
And then no Malcolm
Rodriguez. That wouldn't be a
Rodriguez,
positive
linebacker. Malcolm Rodriguez, the linebacker. No on him too.
Oh, he's starting now. Oh, is he starting now? Well, like I said, bro,
I mean,
take advantage of anything. But the main. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I was going to say this game, and the next game are going to be. Okay, here's the thing: if we get blown out in this game, we need to seriously consider trading Jordan Addison for a pick. I mean, you can't have 2 big money wide receivers, and we have got so many holes that I feel like we need to move him while his values. Like this pissed me off when we didn't do this with Daniil Hunter a couple years ago. If
Yep.
we're not going to be contending this year, we need to get as much draft capital as is humanly possible. And I understand that Quasi, to me, he's not. And I get a lot of shit from Vikings fans on a couple of different sites about how I criticize Quasi drafting. What has he done other than Addison and other than Reichard? None of these guys have really made a big difference. I'm not going to rule out McCarthy yet. I'm not going to rule out Donovan Jackson yet. But
What about
He got
Naylor?
lucky with Ivan Pace, and he's been struggling lately. But
he's an undrafted free
and
agent,
he's
though, and he's been
undrafted.
terrible.
You can't even count that.
He's terrible.
That's like a late signing.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about like top of the draft, like first
Straight,
three
just
rounds.
straight 1 through
He has
7. I know
been
what you mean.
terrible, and we haven't even had second round picks like
The
2 or
first
3
one
of the
was just
years.
so fucking horrible. The first one was just left a bad taste. It's so
It was.
bad of a taste.
I'm
I
surprised
also
they didn't
remember
fire Quasi after that first draft. I'm not
that
going to
first
lie.
one. I'm
I'm
talking about
surprised they didn't
Colin.
fire him.
Even when we
It was
got to
so
the
bad.
second round, bro. Even when we got to the second round, I
He
was
had 2
already
second round picks, and they
I
were
was
both
already pissed
bad.
off. I was already pissed off. Then we got to the middle of the second round, and then he did it again. I said, "Oh no, this motherfucker, this Rick Spielman all over again."
That was worse than Rick Spielman because he screwed up the first
I'm like,
and the second round picks.
This motherfucker
God,
stockpiling lottery picks. But hey, no bullshit, Colin. I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, because we got enough pieces to win this game. I'm gonna tell you what tell me if I'm wrong or not, because this is how I'm feeling. At sitting at 3-4, seeing with the schedule that we got right now, there's a big difference on our season when if we're 4-4, just compared to 3-5. Kevin O'Connell, this is where, like I said, he's coach of the year. I trust in the guy, but sometimes I can lie, he's been fucking me over lately. And his team should come in here pretty desperate, right? This team should come in here kind of like fired up like a motherfucker, shouldn't they? Kevin O'Connell should have
they
this
should have
team.
been desperate to beat the Chargers. They didn't look desperate at all to beat the Chargers.
That
And the
motherfucker
way
look
that he
shit like shit.
misplayed the whole Wentz thing, the way that he treated Wentz, and I'm not trying to be a big sympathizer for Carson Wentz, but Jesus Christ, that guy couldn't even like drag his arm on the field. Like, why wasn't Brosmer in there at the start of the second half? Why
There's no
wasn't
way.
he out?
Yeah. Don't we still have Desmond Ritter too?
No,
We did. We got John Woodford now.
Oh,
we got Woodford now, though.
Bro, but there's no way in hell that he just feel like, oh, I just can't trust this kid. Man, put the fucker Max Brosmer in, bro. Why? Like, what do you, at that point, just to try to save the game, even though this end is just for the humanity of the damn franchise, bro. You see the man is over there on the sideline. They're putting the camera all on him. He's wincing in pain. Like, damn, like you made sure he got finished off. It make me feel like there's some, like he just got so fed up with him. Like, bro, he's scared to make the wrong mistake. And like I said, I need him to come in this game. Boston, like, what? Let it fly, bro. Let it fly for real at this point, and then go for it on fourth down, all that type of shit. Because if we lose this game right here, like I said,
season's over.
If it's a nail biter, we'll talk about it. But like you said, if we get rocked. If we get rocked, like you said, I'm telling you right now, Jordan Addison and a few other motherfuckers, I'm not going to bring up any other names right now, but Jordan Addison, like we already talked about this, Colin. Everybody gives a shit for this. All the Vikings fans, man, fuck Jordan Addison, a motherfucking Hennessy drinking ass.
I would move Hargrave and Allen too. I'm not going to lie, because honestly, Levi Rodriguez and Redmond have played better than both of them. I would move them both.
Adding Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I'm in on that too.
I'm moving Aaron Jones too.
I hate to sound like that because the kid is good, but I
heard the Chicago Bears need a running back, so maybe we can just send him to Chicago.
I don't want to disrespect the kid, but if we give Naylor those same targets and them same type of shit, the touchdowns might not be up there as much, but the production is not about to slip as much. Like I've been said this, man. That's why I said even though Jordan Addison turned out to be good, that was not the best, nowhere near the best pick for that draft, bro. We had way better pressing matters, man. We had Kyle Hamilton. Not Kyle Hamilton. There was a million people right there we could have got.
Forget about Jordan. No, the Addison pick was his one good one. That was his one good pick in the first round. As of right now,
that's the best one he has, the one where he kind of reached on the position.
And he's had his own warts too, with his whole driving drunk and trying to get his dog to the vet at the middle of the night.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Man, he's full of shit, Kyle. He was on the goddamn St. Paul highway at 3 a.m. Talking about I'm trying to get home to my dog. He's lucky he's in a dog-loving ass state, or they wouldn't have believed that bullshit. You gotta think the officer was just thinking, let's say he is telling the truth and we hold him up. no officer wants to get caught in that kind of shit. If he is telling the truth, you hold him up from this sick dog and the dog dies and stuff. That's on now it's on you, motherfucker. They don't want to take that chance. But bro, it was 3
I
a.m.
don't
and this
believe
motherfucker
that shit.
he was in
I
a
don't believe that
Lamborghini
shit for a
truck.
second.
I didn't believe it, man. I
I
knew
don't
he was
believe
full of
that
shit.
for
He was in a
1 second.
motherfucking Lamborghini truck doing 140.
But I mean, if you look at the Vikings schedule, the next 2 weeks they have the Lions, who I think clearly are the best team in the division, and then you've got Baltimore, who's coming back around. Lamar Jackson's looking like the old Lamar Jackson. Like,
Yep. And they
if we
just
lose those 2 games, we got again before the trade deadline. We would probably have to move Addison before the Baltimore game. So
the
I think they need to
I
do
could
it.
really
I think they do.
if Kevin
bright
O'Connell
side.
really could get meaner, bro, and he could really outsmart Dan Cameron, had his team fired up. I could really see us upsetting the Lions tomorrow. Just off the face, just
Yes.
off the fact that Jay McCarthy and his ability. If Jason McCarthy can come in there and I think he's he's familiar in the state. I'm pretty sure all his whole family's gonna be in there. We just need him to just do what he can. We don't need him to try to be anything spectacular. If he's even manageable, we got everything we need.
I don't know about his ability, but
And
I
Jordan
think
Mason
our
going,
offensive
yeah,
line
that
is
would
so
work.
compromised right now that it doesn't matter who's behind center. I mean, they're getting everybody killed. So, I mean, McCarthy got hurt because they couldn't block. Wentz got hurt because they couldn't
Yeah.
block. Like, maybe that's why they didn't put Roser out there, because he knew that he would get hurt. Like, I don't know. I mean, I don't understand the meaning behind that.
No, no.
Even if you throw, no,
This is a
no,
fucking
Man,
retarded
hell
no,
statement.
no.
no,
No.
no,
Kyler
What kind of
Murray's
no.
been
retard shit is
downgraded.
that, dude?
no. But
Kyler
whoever that
Murray's a
Kyle
big
Murray
downgrade.
is, I'll trade for Kyle Murray. That's fine. I don't know about Kyle Murray, but he probably wouldn't cost us a lot in draft compensation. No, you're right. You're taking Kyler
Nah,
Murray. No
hell
way.
no.
That ain't gonna happen.
No.
If again, the
I
only
tried
position I
quarterback.
could see them
I
drafting
retried my
for is a
fucking vote
center.
for him.
I would trade for a center. I'd trade for that center from the Saints and give them a pick. That's what I would do.
Or if I could give me a top notch ass corner or a top 10 corner out of the deal, I trade his
We're
ass
not
right
gonna
now.
get a top notch corner. No way. We got to get picks. We got to get picks, and we got to pick
We
these
have
right
to add a little
people. It's
something
as
with it. We
simple as
got the
that.
compensation. Tell a motherfucker I'll give you a Jordan Addison in the third. Give me the best motherfucker you got over there.
Nope. I'm taking Kansas City center.
They're not going to trade him though. And what? I guarantee you,
Yeah.
watch the Chiefs trade for Brees Hall. I'm going
Them
to
motherfuckers
call
trying
that
to
right now.
yeah.
Watch them trade for
They're trying
Brees
to add
Hall.
offensive line. They ain't letting nobody go that's protecting that my homegirl.
No, Humphrey, no way,
Nah.
no way.
That ain't
They don't
gonna
need a
happen, bro.
receiver. They got three.
From what I seen out of
Like I said,
Brosmer,
I can see McCarthy dotting their ass up tomorrow.
from what I seen out of Brosmer, all preseason games, I'm gonna agree.
I think we should trade for Anthony Richardson.
We can make Aston play on the 5th-year option, then franchise tag him 2 years in a row.
Yeah, but why do you want to? But why do you want to do that? If you could get a first round pick right now for Addison, why wouldn't you do it?
And that's still
That's
gonna
my
be. And you got to
question.
think in Lone Wolf, you got to think that 5th-year option and that franchise tag. We still gonna be giving him a nice chunk of change. It ain't
Like
it's gonna
let's
be
say
short change.
let's say that pick turns into Carnell Tate from Ohio State. Now you've filled Addison's spot with a guy you have on a rookie contract for 5 more years. How about that?
Like you said, Colin, we got to keep that in mind, bro. We're gonna have a lot of fucking capital to shoot with in this upcoming.
Now the question is, can Kwesi actually draft something decent? That's the better question.
Man, that motherfucker.
To me.
I would be happy and surprised if he made one good move. You got to think, because he's going to be trigger happy with all them goddamn picks. We're likely to have 12 or 13 of them.
Forget about happily.
His first move is shoot down.
If he trades down, I'm gonna have a hard time watching the Vikings. They have a top 10 pick or they have a top 15 pick. I'm not going to watch the Vikings. And they trade out of that again. Christ Almighty! It's going to be like it'll be his first year drafting, and it'll hopefully be his last year drafting.
If he wants some reputation back and he wants to try to keep his job here longer, that motherfucker better fuck trading out. You better be trading in. You better be getting down into that motherfucker.
No, don't trade him. No. They did that with Dallas Turner. Don't do that again. Don't start trading second round picks again. Don't start doing that. We need our full allotment of picks. Do not trade anybody. Don't tell you
what. He gonna have to do something to shock the world. He gonna have to think outside the box, man. Because
the Ravens improved their secondary by getting rid of Jair, so I'm happy about that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Eagles got him for a fucking chicken wing. I saw that.
Jair in the 7th to the Eagles for a 6th-round pick. That was the trade.
Yep. I mean,
think
that's about what he's worth now.
it's the health. They consider health and everything in that shit.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think we realistically like? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Hargrave and Allen. With Ed Oliver going down from Buffalo, what do you think we could get for one of those guys and trading them to Buffalo? What do you think we could get?
Oh,
A couple
that
good
sounds like a
picks
nice
at
move.
least.
Probably get like a 4th, maybe.
I give Hargrave to Buffalo, and Allen
for like a 4th or a 3rd. Like how high of a pick?
I think we can get a 4th.
A 4th,
probably not a 3rd, but yeah.
And then
I mean, those guys because that salary cap space will help us too.
And then if we're shipping off Allen, I'm gonna ship him off to Miami.
Motherfucking Jalen Redmond been looking better than him. Jalen Redmond.
Drake Rodriguez and Redmond have looked better than him. That's my point.
I'm giving him to Miami for a chain.
Okay, so back down reality and Earth. Yeah, that ain't happening. No, what pick? I mean, realistically, what? I mean, if Jonathan Allen for Devin A-Chain, come on, man, that ain't gonna happen. No way.
No,
maybe. I mean, no way.
Do they need a defensive tackle?
Dude, they need to not win the rest of the year and get the number 1 pick. That's what they need to do.
They're not gonna win with him.
They ain't thinking of winning like right. They ain't thinking of winning right now.
So it's a win-win.
Man, the motherfuckers about to clean house. If anything, they motherfuckers about to be letting shit go. They might.
A-Chain is one that'll stay.
But
Waddle probably will get moved. Waddle will probably get moved. Fitzpatrick will probably get moved. But A-Chain's probably going to stay.
What about this? Addison for Waddle.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I
wouldn't do that.
And Darren, you and I were talking on podcast earlier. Maybe bringing in Dangerous Wilson.
Who?
Russ Wilson.
Oh fuck!
The Vikings are? No. I would rather have Jameis Winston than Russell Wilson.
That'd be my.
I'd rather have Winston than Wilson.
I'd rather have Zach Wilson than Russell Wilson.
I'd rather anybody they've reached.
It wouldn't cost anything. It's true.
I wouldn't want that. That better be the exact. Even if it's an emergency option, just don't even do it. Fuck it.
Now, here's a question: what would the Colts take for Anthony Richardson? Because he is not a part of their plans, and I feel like if you really wanted to, O'Connell likes him.
Here we go.
What would you? Wow. Beat the Vikings, Ron. Beat the Vikings.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not worried about Ron. Ron would not.
Hey, Ron, why don't you trade your team for one that actually can not finish in last place?
Ron, with that statement, I don't think that you beat Jason. Did you beat Jason McCarthy this year, Ron? I don't think you did.
Ron, trade your quarterback for somebody who actually doesn't paint their fucking nails.
Appreciate it.
Get Woody on here. Get Woody here. I love Woody. Come on, Woody. Come on. Hop on, buddy. Get Woody on here. Send Woody the link. I love talking to Woody. That's my guy.
Yeah, but no.
Hey, all right, Woody. You're about to get spammed.
KFC need to have these motherfuckers fired up, bro.
I mean, again, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but again, I feel like the next 2 games are going to be a tell for what our season trajectory is. I mean, these are 2 tough games. I get that we're playing Baltimore at home, but Baltimore is a dangerous team again. I mean, I still don't think Baltimore defense is very good, but
yeah, it looks like they're trying to snap out of their shit.
Well, you don't know which.
It looks like they're trying to snap for their shit.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually with you on that one. They should have signed Aaron Rodgers, and I don't care if Aaron Rodgers would have been the quarterback of this team. He's got a quick release. He wouldn't have been sacked as much.
For a year, he would have been cheap.
$5 million. That's what he would have cost him. $5 million.
He went from 40. He went from 40 all the way down to 10.
He would have gone to 5 just to stick it to Green Bay twice and
He
Chicago
probably would have.
twice. He would have done it just to do that.
They said they
He
made it seem like
wanted
he was
to.
begging to
He
come.
wanted to, but they didn't want to do it. He didn't want
They made it
the
seem like he was begging
organization
to
didn't
come.
want to do it. So
They left it up to Kevin O'Connell, and he shot it down, man.
I think it was more Quasi than Kevin. That's just my thinking on it. But Quasi got lucky last year. I'm not gonna lie. For what he couldn't draft, his free agent moves worked out a lot last year. His free agent moves, in hindsight, this year have not worked out. So that's a bad combination. You don't draft well, you trade away your picks, and you rely solely on free agency. And I get that at least he's not signing him to long-term deals, with the exception of Will Fries. But this year it didn't pan out. I mean, Rodgers has been okay. Isaiah Rodgers has been okay. But Hargrave, Allen, and Kelly, that was bad.
Philly cooked.
That was a bad.
Philly cooked his ass. He need to have a
And then,
bounce
and
back
then,
game like a
and then,
motherfucker.
and then some of the trades have been questionable. Fucking Wentz.
Well, that wasn't a trade. He was a free agent.
No, I'm saying Howell being the trade.
So here's the thing.
I would have kept Howell, not fucking brought in Wentz.
Oh, fuck hell. Anyways,
ESPN,
go ahead.
ESPN is saying from this one particular sports writer, he's saying that we could trade for either Anthony Richardson, Tanner McKee, or Gardner Minshew.
Tanner McKee.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Minshew is waving the white flag, but I love Gardner Minshew.
No,
Tanner McKee is interesting. Tanner McKee is interesting.
Tell that dude
him or Richardson. That'd be cool.
This dude is
me if that motherfucker got hurt though.
Multiple contributors.
Yeah, tell
Anthony Richardson to me would be interesting to get only because, and I've said this to Darren before, I've said if they could somehow, some way convince him to become like a Taysom Hill-like player, he would be a big problem for defenses to try and stop. Not necessarily a starting quarterback. If he could eat his pride and realize that, hey, maybe I'm not a starting player in the NFL as a quarterback, if they could somehow convince him to be a multi-purpose player, there's instances where it's worked. I mean, Taysom Hill. You remember Terrell Pryor back in the day with the Raiders? I mean, he went from being a college quarterback to becoming a Pro Bowl wide receiver. So if they could somehow manage to turn him into something, because he has got a lot of athletic talent, and he's got a cannon of an arm, and he's a big dude. Like, if they could figure out a way, somehow, some way, to convince him this is a way to do things, I think that'd be a really intriguing addition.
Yeah, they could just tell him on some gadget shit. That man, or just bring him for certain situations,
or just run him in to be like the tush push guy, or have him be a guy that you can use in running like wild. I mean, not even. I mean, I guess you could even call it wildcat, even though he actually is a quarterback. I mean, I think you could do that with him, but that's just me.
Just start Brosmer.
Nah, because if Cuss was willing to do that, he would have put him in the last game for sure. Caleb Payne's finger on his nail. Fuck Green Bay on his nails.
So
I never saw that one.
ESPN's Football Power Index has us favored to win one more game.
Yep, that's against the Bears at home.
No, to the Bears.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I think the Bears at home. That's probably the only one.
I don't know. I think that's kind of homer because the Giants are fucking bad. The Ravens are fucking bad.
I think they could beat the Giants. The Ravens are getting better. I don't know if we're going to win that Ravens game right now the way they're playing.
Like you said,
the Giants is the only other. The Giants is really the only other one. I don't think we'll beat Dallas at Dallas. It's a rough stretch.
Dallas plays like shit against bad teams, so that can go either way.
It'd probably be 50-50.
Yeah, but at home though. I mean, they had Green Bay dead. They had Green Bay dead to rights at home, so
they couldn't put Green Bay down and utilize.
Well, Green Bay's good. Green Bay's a good team. We got to start admitting it. Green Bay and Detroit are the class teams in the division.
They had Green Bay dead to right and just laid in the fetal.
Yeah, Green Bay nearly threw that. Green Bay nearly threw that game away. Love nearly threw that game away. That was. Like, well, no, I'm saying like Love threw it out of the end zone, but I don't even think he realized how much time was left. They had like one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, CeeDee Lamb got hurt in the game, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And Dallas's defense is trash, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And you played him in Chicago, correct? Okay. That's what I thought. How did you do against the Vikings in Chicago? And how many games had JJ McCarthy started when you lost to them? Just curious.
Took his ass one quarter.
I'm just curious. I'm waiting. I'll wait for you, Ron. I'll wait for you. Don't worry about it. Well, the answer is no. Matt, what do you think we should do? I've grown to the next two games are going to tell what we do or not. I still think we should trade Addison. What do you think?
We trade Addison now. We'll have a big dead cap, but the return on investment could be big.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a crapshoot, honestly.
I don't want to have happen with Danielle Hunter happen with Jordan Addison. I do not want that to happen again.
Right.
You mean their starters? How could they have backups and it was the first week of the season, you idiot? Jesus. Just because your backups just because your starters are backups on pretty much every other NFL team doesn't mean that you can say that you had backups in. You guys are talking, and I guarantee you it's Jalen Johnson you're talking about. You guys are all talking about how you wanted to trade Jalen Johnson in the first place. Stop it, Ron. Just quit trolling. Like, go somewhere else. You don't have any balls to come on here anyway, so just go away. Go away. Yeah, I don't want to happen. I want to see happen with Danielle Hunter again. Like, I do not want to see it. I'm still not happy about him. I was the biggest Danielle Hunter fan on earth. I thought the Vikings kind of got shady with his contracts over the years, so I was okay with him going. But the whole Cousins injury and Josh Dobbs the astronaut. I'm like, no, just trade him. I was saying trade Cousins even before he got hurt. So, I mean, I think we've gotten to the point where we wanted Drake May, but the Patriots weren't trading off of 3. I think that's what we all need to come to grips with. So, and that's okay. But yeah, we gotta get some for Addison.
So our dead money for would be 1.7 million, but we would 1.746. Our cap savings would be 1.731. So a wash of $15,000.
I mean, it's not about the dead cap money. It's to me, because they're going to let go of Harrison Smith. That'll open up cap space. Honestly, would you trade Brian O'Neill? Because he's getting older and you can get. I mean, you cut or do you trade Brian O'Neill? Because, again, I've talked to Darren about this before. I think we need to draft offensive linemen. We haven't drafted offensive linemen high. You got Caden Proctor in this next draft. You got Parker Brailsford at center. You got Connor Lew at center. You've got Coogan, the center from Indiana. Like, you got to get a center, like, drafted. And I'm not talking 7th round center. I'm not talking a 6th round tackle like Rouse. Like, they need to really focus on offensive and defensive line in this next draft. And I know I go crazy about cornerback room isn't as bad as our offensive and defensive line. They're just not. They need a wall. They need a wall defensive tackle, and they need depth all over the place on the offensive line. It's simple as that.
You trade Brian O'Neill, and that frees up $18 million, but with an $8 million dead cap. And we would then still have $34 million to play with. However, the cap space for next year is, $16 million in the negative. You can get out of that quite easily.
Yeah, what's his name? Brzezinski is a good cap guy. So he is good at kind of fixing the numbers, do all that stuff. I mean, what happens? You move on to Aaron Jones. I mean, that's going to free up some cap space, and I think that was a bad signing to begin with. I didn't like the Jones signing at all. I know he had a good year, but I think we should have cut bait with him and drafted Scatterbo. I mean, we took Ty Felton, who could or could not be good, but he's a gunner on special team. Scatterbo was positioning himself to possibly rookie of the year for the Giants. So, I mean, that was.
Well,
I mean, this draft had so many good running backs in it. Like, I hated the fact that we didn't take one.
Yeah.
Now it's up to us to get Darius Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, that's a guy we could get later. Taylor, you could get in the 5th, 6th round to me. But
who would you take sooner?
I mean, I like the guy Wisner out of Texas. I'm a fan of his. What's his name? Who's the guy? One of the Penn State guys, Singleton or Jadarian Price from Notre Dame. Like, there's some good running backs in this draft. I mean, I think you got your thunder in Mason still. I think if you just upgrade the offensive line and start developing chemistry with Jackson and Fries and I mean, if Darrisaw can stay healthy, like this isn't me questioning Darrisaw. When he's healthy, he's a Pro Bowler. But your best ability is availability, and he is not. It's like an every other year thing with him and O'Neal. One guy goes down, the other guy goes out. Other guy goes down, the other guy goes out. Like, I mean, they haven't been consistently on the field together. Ryan Kelly was an utter failure, and it's a failure on Kwesi because he should have done his homework on his medicals. Ryan Kelly's never going to start another game again. I mean, you have two concussions in 3 games, and he already had a concussion history. Like, that is totally on Kwesi.
Did he have 5 prior with Indy?
Yes. Yep. He did. That's why Indy let him go. Kelly is done, and I mean, we flushed money with that. So, it's not about his ability. So he just was done. So you need to draft a center, and you can't get cheap on it. You got to draft high.
So, Ron, according to ESPN, Scatterbo, and in addition to his dislocated ankle, suffered an open fracture, which, if you don't know what that is, that means the bone is sticking through the skin.
Yeah, no, I know.
And a ruptured ligament.
Well, yeah, it was a hip drop tackle. It was a hip drop tackle, and they didn't call it. Like, it was a total hip drop tackle. Like, the refs don't know how to police the push, and they don't know how to distinguish a hip drop tackle. They don't. They're not consistent with it on either of them. Because that was a fumble by Jalen Hurts. That was a fumble. The whistle had not blown. That was for, and even Rock from Philly was saying that was clearly a fumble. So they don't know how to do that.
That refereeing crew and that game last week was just terrible.
That was terrible. You let Scatterbo get his career questioned. Like, that was a hip drop tackle. Like, they need to enforce that better. I mean, if you're going to call it, so if you're not going to call it, then don't call it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just don't call it. And don't call it a hip drop tackle. You don't know how to enforce it, don't call it that. So.
Yeah, but I saw that the Scatterbo injury in real time. I asked what the heck was going on, rewound it, and I saw it. Oh
yeah. It was a horrific injury. It was. But he'll come back from that. I mean, it's not a matter of whether he will or not come back from it. That's something that you can come back from.
He's young.
Yeah, I mean, he's young in his career. I mean, it's his first year of his career, so he'll come back from it. But again, my point, like, the Vikings didn't address depth on the offensive line. They only had 5 picks again, and that's coming from the stupid Dallas Turner trade and from the Hawkinson trade. Like, though, I mean, Detroit took advantage of us, full advantage of that one. And Houston's probably going to take advantage of, or I don't know who they took in their second round pick this last year, but they enjoyed having that extra pick. I mean, we got to understand Dallas Turner's a bust. He is. I mean, there isn't any other way of putting it. He is a bust. He's a bust. There's no getting around it. Like, he had his opportunity with Van Ginkel out. He had his opportunity to be the guy who's like first rounder, Alabama. I'm going to wreck the world. And the only thing he did was get called for a 15-yard penalty for spearing Justin Herbert. Like, that was his highlight while Van Ginkel was out. So, I mean, and it's okay. Don't double down. Ooh, a fight in the World Series game. Wow. Crazy. The bench is clear in Game 7. What's up, Sally?
What's going on, Colin? Yeah. Yeah. Wasn't even a hit pitch. He didn't hit him. Came close, but he didn't hit
Really?
him. I don't know. A lot of testosterone.
Bench clearing brawl in Game 7. Boy, the pressure's not on them, huh?
Yeah. I don't know who I want to win this game. I want the Dodgers because I just don't want Canada to win. I just don't.
I want the Maple Leafs to win. I think Steven Stamkos is going to score the game-winning goal past Jonathan Quick. It's going to be the Blue Jays.
There's only one reason I want Canada to win, and that's because they already said there's going to be 100% tariff on Canada. So expect by the end of the night, 51st state.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God, Jesus, God. Let's not go there. Sully, what do you think about the prospect of trading Jordan Addison before the trade deadline?
I don't think they'll do it. It's not a bad idea. I don't see them doing it, though.
So they're going to pull another Daniel Hunter and just let him walk and get nothing for him?
Well, you honestly think they're going to let him walk after rookie contract?
I mean, how are you going to pay two how are you going to pay two wide receivers? A couple of times that's happened, it has not worked out for the team that's done it. I mean, Cincinnati, Miami, like it just doesn't work. Like you can't sign other people, and wide receiver is a highly paid position. You got to go with one. And I mean, to me, if you move Addison and get a pick, you can always draft a wide receiver like the kid Carnell Tate from Ohio State. And then you've got another 5 years where you've got a wide receiver on a manageable contract.
Okay, well, let's also see how much he's going to want too. How much money?
He'll want the bag for sure.
I mean, remember one time we had Chris Carter and Randy Moss on the same team.
That was a totally different era, though. And Chris Carter took less money with us because we were the one team that gave him a chance. We paid him, but it was definitely not the kind of money that. I mean, Carter was addicted to cocaine and alcohol. Like nobody wanted to touch him.
Right,
the Vikings were able to bring him in.
At one time, he was the number one wide receiver for the team.
No, he was, and Moss was a receiver that we drafted. Again, that nobody wanted to touch, and Denny saw something, and that was one of the best duos in NFL history. So,
yeah.
But they were playing on. I mean, they didn't play together long. I mean, Moss was gone by 04 or 03, and then Carter was gone before that. Yeah, so they didn't play a long time.
He left in 02, yeah.
So I mean,
Carter left in 02, and then Moss left in 04.
They traded him in 04. I mean, I would move him. I mean, I think if you look at especially Buffalo needs a number one wide receiver like it's no tomorrow for this year. And I think you'd get more from Buffalo than you would New England. But I think New England with him and Drake May and having those guys going forward, I think you could maybe get multiple picks from New England. Like you could probably get a second and a fourth from New England. I think Buffalo would give them a number one.
Right.
Like maybe a 1 and a 5 or something like that. If you get 1 and a 5 for Addison,
Okay. Well, who? I guess
yeah,
let's be hypothetical. They do that. Who becomes the number 2 receiver for Minnesota?
probably Naylor and Thielen. I mean, it's not a huge transition. I mean, remember, we didn't have Addison the first 3, 4 games of the season, so it's not like they don't know how to play not with him on the field. It's not a
Right.
matter of his talent as a receiver. It's a
Yeah,
matter of
But
we got to know where we are as a team.
we
but
we
at the
already
same
we already do fine with Addison not in the mix anyway.
but think about this for 1 second. Let's say Justin Jefferson goes down. Let's say they do this. Justin Jefferson goes down.
Season's over
Do,
regardless.
do, do you well, yeah, yeah. But do you think that Jalen Naylor, a great receiver, you know, do you think he can really pick up the slack? Do you think he could fill them
Naylor's
shoes
a
in?
number 3 wide receiver at best. That's just what Naylor is. He's a number 3 at best.
Right, right. But I mean,
If Jefferson goes down, they're going to have a top 10 pick. There's
but
no getting around it. We will have
at
a
the end of
top
the
10
day, I
pick.
mean, when Justin Jefferson went down, Addison picked up the slack. It was almost like he wasn't even gone.
He did, but they were a bad team. I mean,
Oh, it wasn't
that was
wasn't last year.
the
The year before. My bad. It was
that
the year
was the year that
before.
was the year before. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
a bad
yeah.
team, and then Cousins went down that same year. So I mean, things happened, and that's what it was. But
My point is Addison picked up the slack like Justin Jefferson wasn't even there. We beat the 49ers. He had like 150 some odd yards on 7 catches. I mean, he
he did. But
played fucking
Cousins
good.
played in that game. Cousins hadn't
Correct,
gotten hurt yet.
but the point is I mean he picked up the slack. It was almost like he was able to pick up
Yeah.
where Justin Jefferson left off. Do you think that Naylor or anybody else could do the same thing? Because if that's possible, then that makes sense. If they can't, then well, you're back to thinking again. Well, what do we
Well,
do
well,
next?
Well, again, I mean, I think that goes back to we as an organization, they need to take stock into where they think the team is going to go for the rest of the year. I mean, if they honestly think that, like, with everybody healthy and maybe JJ figuring it out, if they think that they can make a run, they've got a good team, but like, my biggest problem has been our offensive line. Like they have not been healthy and
Right.
they've continued to not be healthy. So like I said, I don't know if it's a fair assessment of JJ McCarthy because I mean, don't forget, he got sacked 8 times in that Atlanta game? I mean, he was getting banged up in that Atlanta game.
He was. He was. And
Wentz was getting killed. Like that's the bigger problem to me. And that's where they need to address it through the draft.
right.
Caden Proctor is the guy I want. The big monster tackle from Alabama. That's what I want. Or Isaiah World from Oregon. Those are the 2 guys I want.
But I guess I mean, we're establishing that, but who's got the money to take on Addison? Who's got the
Well, he
draft
doesn't have a big
draft
contract
cap?
yet. He's still on a rookie contract. That's the thing.
Right.
Like that's why right now he is such a movable piece that you could get maximum value for right now because he's on that rookie contract and you could
Right.
trade and you could have a guy who's played 2-3 years in the NFL going into that first big contract like it's like I said with either the Bills or with the Patriots that could be their number 1 guy and we would get a number 1 pick. So you could compensate by the pick of getting a wide receiver in the draft and getting a tackle in the draft, offensive tackle in the draft.
Right.
So, what do I know? I was also said
So
that we should have taken Jordan Davis in that first draft. So,
how do you guys feel about Jari Alexander going to Philadelphia?
no
I mean,
news.
that's a good situation for him. I mean, he can ride their pine.
He can ride that trip to the Super Bowl just like Lewis Seen did with the Eagles last year.
That's right. Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, that's right.
Lewis Seen's got a Super Bowl ring. God, I can't believe he's got a Super Bowl ring. Unbelievable.
Or Sidney Rice, remember in Seattle?
Oh my God!
He barely played and he won a Super Bowl.
Him, Percy Harvin,
But Percy Harvin played at least.
Harvin had his moments, but yeah, Sidney Rice was a total product of Brett Favre.
Sante Samuel Sr. Went to that team. Fucking Williams Wall.
I mean, the Vikings have had. I mean, and okay, perfect example right there. That 08-09 team with Favre. Why were they so good? Because they had Steve Hutchinson. They had John Sullivan. They had McKinney. They had Loadholt. I mean, Anthony Herrera was their worst offensive lineman, and he was almost a Pro Bowler. Then you look at their defensive line. How were they doing it? Because they had the Williams Wall that could stop the run. That's how you win in the playoffs, is by able to stop their. They had Jared Allen. They had Chad Greenway. They had Ben Lieber. They had EJ Henderson. I mean, they had Antoine Winfield in the secondary. Like, that was the best Vikings team in my lifetime by a long shot. A long shot. So, because they were good on both sides of the ball. Favre screwed up. He didn't run the ball 5 yards and give Longwell a shot to kick the game-winning kick. That's how we weren't in the Super Bowl. It's as simple as that. And the stupid too many men on the field penalty right before that. Not Futahi not running off the field.
Also the bounty on Brett Favre.
Yeah, I mean, there was that, but I get it, but like that wouldn't have even mattered if Favre would have just ran 3-4 yards. I mean, Longwell was statistically one of the best dome kickers in NFL history. I would have put my Super Bowl hopes on the line having him kicking a 50-yard field goal. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather that than Favre throwing the ball across the field.
And then honestly, think about it. We would have went on to the Super Bowl, played the Colts, which we played the Colts strong.
I think we would have won. But assuming that Favre got healed up, but I mean,
because
I think we would have won that Super Bowl.
I remember when we had played them, when we had Favre, the score was like fucking like 19-17, some shit like that. It was close.
I didn't think we played them that year. I thought we lost to Carolina, Chicago, and
I don't know if it was that year, but it could have been 2010. Could have been the next year.
It could have been, but that was my best chance. That's when I knew that I would never be the general manager of the Minnesota Vikings. So I knew I never would. If I would, we'd win. So yeah, he wasn't bad. He was a good third down back. Yeah, I mean, again, even if we get our doors blown off by Detroit, which I mean that should happen. I want to see if McCarthy can get time. I want to see what he can do. You got to leave him out. To me, you got to play him the rest of the year. You got to win or lose. You got to put him out there.
I gotta
see what he can do.
I gotta see what the Wolverine hype's about.
I mean, he came back and beat the Bears week 1. I mean, we were all excited about that. I mean, the Falcons are a Jekyll and Hyde team, but they have a good young pass rush on that team. I don't think the defense is the problem with them. So you got to see what McCarthy's got. I mean, I didn't agree with us putting him in right away. I wanted us to get Aaron Rodgers for a year and let McCarthy learn for one more year healthy behind him. I mean, you knew, and I mean the thing with Rodgers is this: you knew you were only going to have him for 1 year. When you go into it knowing that, and you don't only signing him to a 1-year contract, there's no like, hey, we're not going to give you a chance next year. It's like, no, it's not that. You got it for the next 3 years. Like, we didn't play you last year because you were hurt. This year, we want you fully healthy and paying attention to what Rodgers does, and that's it. So, oh, look at that. The Wild actually won. Good job. Yeah. But it's frustrating, but again, the Vikings need to. It's not even so much a gut check.
Robbie, you're asking for too much right there.
That's a miracle. If they can stop the Lions dragon. We couldn't stop Kamani Vidal. That guy was on the practice squad 2 weeks before. And that was Kamani Vidal. You're talking that's Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. More importantly, that's Jahmyr Gibbs back there. And that's a big offensive line for Detroit. They are going to push us around. We are going to need to turn the ball over to remotely have a shot at beating Detroit. We have to have at minimum 2 turnovers. That's to even come close to beating them.
Well, 2 turnovers and nuts. And we have to
and not turning the ball over at all.
Yeah.
I mean, that's our only shot of beating that team. I'm not rooting for us to lose, but we have to be realistic. Detroit is a much better football team than we are right now. It's not even a debate. They're a much better football team than we are. So, any given Sunday, but yeah.
Okay, but are they a better team or are they a better coach team? I mean, here's another thing to think about. Because offensively, with the exception of our offensive line, we have the weapons. We definitely have the weapons, but I don't know what it is. There's just times
Well,
you feel like
if your offensive line can't block, then the weapons can't be used. It's as simple as that. We have as many weapons as you want, but if you don't have time to throw the ball, or they can't block for us to run, and they're getting tackled 2 yards in the backfield, like the weapons are great to have, but they have to be extraordinary to be able to do that without having an offensive line. So
no, 100%. But also at the same time, it kind of seems like I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It just seems like whenever our plans that work and we don't really seem to utilize.
I would have fucking did it at this rate.
No, they did offer. They did. That's actually a true statement.
I would have fucking did it, but yet again, we would have had the same fucking problem with the offensive line. So
yeah, but Drake May is a tougher quarterback than McCarthy, though. Drake May is a tougher quarterback.
You're on the light side of saying 38. I think if we lose, it's going to be by more than 38. With the way this
Ron, let me ask you again, Ron. Did you guys beat the Vikings this year? I'm going to try and see if I can jog his memory. Did the Bears win against the Vikings at home? I still haven't gotten an answer from Ron on that. I mean, we all know the answer to that question, but I guess Ron is having a hard time kind of actually saying it. Him and Broski, they both have a hard time. They like bullying people, but then they don't like facing reality. So it's amusing to me. So
typical Bear fans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why don't you go draft a middle linebacker in the first round again? Just keep doing it. How's Roquan Smith doing for you, by the way?
I got a better idea. Just figure out what kind of nail polish you're going to put on your quarterback tomorrow.
I mean, if it gets some more money for free agency and endorsement money from Revlon, that'd be great. So yeah.
Probably, man.
Or Maybelline. I mean, whichever company wants to get more females to go to the Bears game. So yeah. On a lighter note, I actually had a nice conversation last week with a Vikings Hall of Famer, Chuck Foreman. It was pretty cool. He was down in Miami for the Ring of Honor game for the University of Miami last Saturday, and then he came up on Sunday, and we walked around Disney for a little bit. But Chuck's a really good dude. No, that won't happen. But that's nice, Ron. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Go have another shot of Malort. Go have another shot of Malort. You got it, buddy. Keep trying digging some of that courage you had back in '85. But no, Chuck is a really good dude, and me and Chuck talked a little bit about the Vikings. He's like, "Alan, you're absolutely right. If we can't block, it's hard to really judge what JJ can do." And it's true. I mean, JJ is going to need to scramble as much as Darren. You don't want him to. He's going to need to scramble.
Dude,
he's going to need to scramble, but just slide. Just slide.
I'm concerned with the other leg. I mean,
these have got to be quick passes. Use the tight ends more too. You don't need to just use them as guys to chip their best defensive player. Like throw to the They are. Thank you, Robbie. You're absolutely right. They are. Well, I'm asking you, Ron. Did you beat them? Did you beat them in week 1? You still haven't answered that question. You're telling me that you're asking me if I answered a question. I'm asking you one. Did they win? I don't remember.
Short-term memory loss.
Yeah, selective memory loss.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, let's hypothetically say the Vikings somehow managed to pull off this miracle. What do you see? What would you say if we won that? If I mean, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if we were to somehow pull it off, what do you think the organization would do with the team? Would they make a trade for somebody to be under the illusion that we're going to make a run, or would they stand pat? What do you think they would do?
Depends how they win the game. I mean, as you brought up Jordan Addison being traded, Jordan Addison has 100+ yards and 2 touchdowns. And it's just like then, like maybe 2 weeks later, you trade him. That kind of people are going to think that's insanity right there. But
That'd be the best. That'd be the best thing to happen to Vikings. He had a great game. Like that would be the best case scenario, especially if we lost the game. That'd be the best case because we could get more for him than we could before that. That would be huge.
but at the same time, though, if we lose the game, depending on how JJ McCarthy looks tomorrow, if we lose the
God,
game,
Ron.
I
God,
guess
Ron, there's so many excuses.
it becomes like our season might be over with. Okay,
Yeah.
we need to figure out who our quarterback's going to be. We need to figure out our quarterback identity and also fix the offensive line, as you said.
Well, we need to play like Rouse. We have to play Walter Rouse. Like I've seen enough of Ryan School. That guy is the worst offensive tackle in the NFL. School is the worst tackle in the NFL. It's not even close. That guy is the worst tackle.
Also,
Play Walter Rouse.
But also at the same time, School did pretty well and decent in Tampa.
Tampa let him go. Tampa didn't see any of that. They let him go. We didn't draft a tackle. Like we just refused to draft big players for whatever reason.
So
we
I think
refused to do it.
So I agree. A lot of it's on Kwesi, but also I mean offensive line coach, the fucking strength and conditioning coach. Like there's some underlying issues here.
There is, but if you're not drafting players, who are you coaching? Like you gotta draft guys. And I get it that like, oh well, O'Connell's in the room and Brian Flores is. I'm like, you're the general manager. The buck stops with you. You have to be the one to make the decision. You have to be like the Kevin Costner character in Draft Day. You can't give a shit. You can't give a shit about what they have to say. You got to draft who you think is going to be best because you're ultimately going to get fired regardless.
Can we agree and say that Rick Spielman did good when it came to drafting players? Can we agree on that?
Sometimes. That third round draft debacle the last year he was there was horrible.
I didn't like the Holton Hill, the fucking Jeff Gladney.
Gladney over Winfield. Oh,
fuck
God.
Fuck
what a great draft that would have been, though. If you gotten Justin Jefferson and Antoine Winfield in that draft, wow. We wouldn't even be talking about Harrison Smith walking on the field right now. Oh, man.
True.
All right, we got 59 here, Darren.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thank our honorary fanboy Ron for all the comments in the chat. Appreciate it.
Stuff.
We'll see you back here next Saturday, fellas.
Drawn, is that his name?
Ron.
Oh, okay.
Drunk. Are you drunk? Drunk Winowski. Drunk.
Fucking moron.
Yeah, yo, it's game time, ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush.